What's up, racers and collectors? CB here. Hey, look what I got. 24 carded cars, all from either the 90s or the year 2000. See, all week long I was like, what am I going to race in my next race? Running out of cars, running out of ideas. What do I do? Went on Facebook Marketplace, found a guy 2 miles down the road from me selling his entire collection. This doesn't even scratch the surface. Got all these for $250 each, but he has a garage full of cars. So, are we gonna open these? Are we gonna take a closer look at them? Are we gonna race them? Yes, yes, and yes. Let's take a closer look at them right now. Alright, first up, 93 Camaro. Alright, up next, the appropriately named Way Too Fast. These things have always been known to be fast. We got a heavy boy here, Buick Stalker. GT Racer, actually, and this was actually a mistake on my part, but I got two of them. But at least there are two different ones with different wheels. Both very cool and both should be pretty fast. So one of these raced last week, Buick Wildcat. Jim Carlson sent one of his in, and it was one of his fastest cars. Hoping this one can get up on that whiteboard. 95 Camaro convertible, purple white interior, nice. Actually been looking for one of these and finally found one. Old 442. Honestly, not sure why I picked this one up when there were so many other good choices, but this is the Peugeot 405. I guess it's because I just never had one before. Picked up a T-Bird Stalker. If you've watched my channel, you know one of these is one of my fastest cars. I actually picked up two of them. Unfortunately, neither of these are metal on metal like I had hoped, but I'm still hoping they'll be fast. And you saw one of these raced last week also, sent by Jim Carlson, and I had no idea they were that fast. This is the Sidekick. One of my favorites in this group, Porsche 911 GT3 Cup. This one's interesting. It's a Chevy Stalker, but it's called the Crunch Chief. Fast and fruity finish. Okay. I don't know. The Chevy Stalkers tend to be fast too. That's why I picked it up. Another car we raced last week and happened to pick up because I didn't have any of my own. It's Monte Carlo Concept. Pretty heavy car. Got a Jaguar XJ220 here. Always had some good luck with these. Another one I've always wanted to have but never could find, finally did. It's a Hot Wheels 500 Indy car. Got this metal on metal Cobra. Not too wild about the color. Pro Stock Firebird, also metal on metal. Any Australians out there big fans of the Commodore? This is the SS Commodore. Very cool. Camaro Z28. These are always sharp. 68 Cougar. Had one of these that was pretty fast. Always on the lookout for another one. Finally found one. Not real crazy about this paint scheme either, but that's okay. And we got a Pontiac Banshee. And finally I picked up this fantasy card because it is heavy. Alright, Poncho says it's time to race. So, first group of cars at the starting gate. Do love this Porsche. These are all race cars. Decided to do it that way. Let's see how fast these go. Okay, Porsche does take that win with 2.99 time. Remember that 2.88 is the record on the whiteboard held by Jim Carlson. Got to do a little bit better. Get closer than that, but still a pretty good run for that Porsche. We've switched them up on the lanes. Let's go again. Alright, Porsche takes that win. Second group of cars on the track. These are the Stalkers. We've got the Chevy Stalker, Buick Stalker, and two T-Bird Stalkers. Now that Buick Stalker, it's big and it's heavy, but it is also wedged in there. So there's going to be some rubbing, but let's see how they do. Alright, one of the T-Bird Stalkers gets that win. Not the one I was expecting. I expected this one to be the winner with this much heavier metal body. That one's got a plastic body, the Lightning T-Bird, but it gets the win. We switched them up. We're going to send them down again. Alright, Lightning T-Bird Stalker gets the second win on that group. Still not close to that 2.88 time, but we're working on it. Next group at the starting line, ready to go. I do love my GT racers. Remember, we got two of them in this event we're going to race. Here we go. Oh, some fast times for this group. Buick Wildcat gets that win. 2.94. Remember, we ran one of those last week. It was fast also. Expected more from the way too fast, but this is a fast group right here. We've switched them up. Let's send them down again. Okay, Buick Wildcat was fastest of that group. We got our, what I think is probably going to be our last group of the day here. We're going to have to save the others for next week. How disappointing to learn that this Sidekick is a plastic base. Probably not going to be nearly as fast as the one we ran last week. Still a good looking group of cars. Let's see how they do. And the Jaguar gets that win. Pretty good time, too. We switched them up one last time. Let's fire them off one more time and get out of here. Well, it looks like that 2.88 time is going to stand at least for another week. We're going to finish off these cars next week. Maybe there's one faster in there. Remember, this is an open competition. Anybody can send in their cars. No rules, modified or non-modified. Send them in, addresses in the description. See if you can get on that whiteboard. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming out and watching the races with me. Please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to reach me directly, it's frugaldiecaster@gmail.com.